Hello guys, welcome back to another one. SCOTTIESNR here. Try number 2 at this one. So we've had a wee bit of a warm up after the last. In the first try we bounced in with no practice at all, about 3 laps we had before our first try. Let's see if the second try can go any better after we've had a practice at it. Yet again, we'll flip a coin in the air and see who makes it around the first corner here at Monza. Let's go, go, go! And we try our best to tiptoe around the outside, if I remember rightly, like a wee granny. And we'll go invisible. We're like, good, that'll do the job spot on. And then we'll look above our head on the way out of this corner, and can you believe that shit? A 7-second penalty. Can you see where, if anywhere, we deserve that 7-second penalty? Oh, one more time for good luck. How dirty were we in this first corner? I don't believe there was any dirt there whatsoever, and we got 7 seconds, which is going to totally kill us. And not only that, there's another guy with 7 seconds. We also make a huge mistake on the way into this one, and we've taken out Mr. Sport by accident. He gets away with it, but so luckily we don't ruin his race for him. However, we are in 18th position after that, with a 7-second penalty still to take. And my goodness, we thought, here's another one ruined. But by the end of this race, this was great fun. Dead last. It's a last 2 challenge now. What can we get back to? We're number 19 in the room. So anything above 19 should improve us, theoretically. We'll have a quick skip at the start before we'll get into a bit of entertainment for you. It was a lot more entertaining than our last effort. We'll watch it from here. Theirs is up in the 19th position now, and we can see a lot of them. I do believe even here at this part of the race we were still very focused. We had already noticed that there wasn't a lot of people had broke away. There was a huge big queue here, so we still felt like we're in with a chance of a decent result here. Really enjoyed this round as well. We don't usually have a go at any of the nations, but just because it was Monza, we thought we'll risk it. We'll dip our toes in. Who cares? What does it matter if we lose all our ratings and go back to beginner mode? We knew it was going to be fun, and this one was for sure a lot of fun. Still in 19th position. Will there be anything to be had on the way into this one? Perhaps back on board. Nothing to be had just yet. How's you driving the way out of it, gentlemen? And again, you can see by looking at the wee map, all the arrows. We are still at the end of a huge queue, so we're thinking to ourselves, we're still in the slipstream, hopefully of the top 3 or 4 guys even, quite possibly. I must sneak up a wee spot there. We noticed it on the lap before. He was very nervous in the way into that breaking the race, so we positioned ourselves to be ready to pounce. And pounce we have done. We're up to 17th. Mr. Swall in front of us. Anything to be had, gentlemen. Not yet. Will we throw one there? No. Settle back in. We've got a penalty up ahead of us. And it's a top 15 almost. We're up in the 16th. About to start lap 5 of a 17 lapper. Still only a small breakaway now at the front. I believe the top 3, maybe 4 have broken away, but there's still a big long queue. Lots going on here in front of us. Again, positioning ourselves there just in case he was a bit nervous in the way into that one, same as the last guy, but he didn't. He timed his brakes well. There was nothing to be had. What about on the way into this one? Still nothing to be had. Better drive there, but surely, is that a top 15? We've got our nose there, it is, it's a top 15. And another penalty. Mr. Toby. Top 14. And we still have all of our boost. We haven't used any boost. Forgot about that in the first one. Although we used all that boost in the first lap in the first one, I do believe. Just to try and get a clean start, which never happened. 13th at the minute, and I do believe, do we change our mind? We do. We change our strategy and we jump in because of that wee bunch right in front of us. We think to ourselves, if we jump in now, we might fall back into a clear wee bit of space and be able to hit slightly faster laps, make a bit of time, and we've come out in last place again. But a nice wee gap at the back here. If we can get our head down now, this is an important point of the race for us, to try and get a bit of a jump on people. So back down to last for the second time in this race, but still fully focused and really enjoying it. We've jumped in there and we've thought we've spotted an opportunity to get in onto these medium tyres and end on a side of sauce. How far up can we get in this one? Out of last position as Ramis serves his penalty. And we've not really been held up at all from we've come out of the pits. It's all working at the moment for us. Quite possibly about to start getting held up. But that's been a pretty decent outlap for us. And here, my goodness, what's going down? Yet again, I'm on the side now, I believe. On this side by side, there we go. The boost button is now being used. Still not really lost any time from we've changed these tyres at all. It's all feeling pretty good for us at the moment. We're thinking to ourselves, right, no time lost yet. We've made it through. We're still in the slipstream, making more time. top 16. And yet again, the outside views on this game, absolutely beautiful looking. We've just, as Wingerman serves his penalty, top 15 for us now, and still have not been held up from what jumped in a lot early, and still on the slipstream. We're feeling right now like this could work. It could just work. As more people get out of our way directly in front of us, and still no time loss here for us at all in our head. We're feeling to ourselves, we've been in the slipstream, we've done passes, not really got held up, and again we've snuck up and had another one. 11th place, held up a tiny bit around that corner, but still all going the plan at the moment. Again held up there, starting to lose a bit of time now, probably panicking a bit in this lap, thinking, oh, this could ruin our race, we need to get the move done. Oh, bit of contact there, he broke very early. No harm done, but we're all still there. Mr. JBT1, number 1, ranked number 1 in this room. And another one, and now we're using the boost now. We want this over and done with, but it doesn't look like he must have had a bit of boost himself maybe, or that slipstream was just helping him. We do get our nose up the inside in the end, up to 9th, and again we'll use a bit of that boost to try and defend, get away from him on the enter to the next one. So we've made our way up to 9th. We're still a wee bit unsure as to whether this strategy is going to work. It feels in our head that there's a possibility of it working. We're sitting good, although when we come in we'll have the options of trying to stay out on these mediums and make them last till the end. It was a definite possibility, but we decided to stick with a strategy. The whole reason that we jumped into the pits a lap early is because we thought to ourselves, we'll get a quick couple of laps with no one holding us up, which is what has happened. So we end up deciding to stick with our original strategy, and we do come in for another set. Let's jump back on board and we'll have a quick skip. So we're up into 6th and we're looking behind us and all at this stage, and we're thinking to ourselves, will I just stay out? This is a good position. We've been down in last place twice. Even there is a threat of maybe 4 or 5 guys coming and getting us, but it still would have been a good result. But the brain told us, I do believe, along this straight here, no, trust the whole reason why you came in for an early stop is because you thought it was a good idea, so we just trusted ourselves. We lifted off. We don't want any racing or any battling with people. He had caught us, and by lifting off you're just letting him know that he's able to hit his own lane. He does not have to worry about us coming back at him. Again, a quick skip round to the pits, and out of the pits, dropped way back yet again. Lap 12 of 17, and we're back to 14th position. No boost or anything left to help us out anymore with any passes, but we are on a fresh set of soft tyres with 5 to go. Wee bit of a gap behind us, and also a penalty being served behind us, so that'll be a slightly bigger gap. And there's still a wee queue of guys in front of us here. If we can start to pit them off. Someone else into the pits, and it's a top 13 for us. Again, positioning ourselves just in case he mistimed his brakes, just waiting on the opportunity in case it does arrive, but it doesn't. Still a nice big gap behind us, no pressure. Able to be fully focused on these guys ahead of us. 4 to go at the end of this one. Can we get ourselves back up into the top 10? Oh, we're lucky there. We got her up on 2 wheels. Four to go. Again, small contact, but no harm done. All still there. An incident. Mr. Toby, and come back on. Top 11 for us. Can we get it up into the top 10? My goodness, there's 3 of them right in front. Who was going to make the move? 2 of them decided. Again, small contact. And again, no harm done, getting away with it. And there's 2 for the price of 1. A bit of drive up the inside. Up to 9th. And still clinging on to a wee bit of slipstream for a bit of protection. And he doesn't lunge it there. Keeps his patience. And we're in the slipstream. I do believe yet again we'll have another wee skip. Three to go. Up into 8th position. Very good race for us at the moment, considering how lap 1 went for us with that incident that we had at the second chicane. We've spun out there and dropped back to last place, and then had to take a 7-second penalty from last. So I'm over the moon at the moment in this race. Really, feel free to catch it all on the live stream if you prefer watching the live streams and seeing how it goes down. But this was a thoroughly enjoyable one for sure. There's an awful lot of complaints right now from almost the whole community about how poor the penalties. Sorry, having a big stretch there. About how poor the penalties are in this game at the moment. And yeah, they are. They're poor. A lot of the penalties are uncalled for. But I still absolutely love this game. It is a badass game, and if they were to leave the penalties as they are right now, I've still been having a lot of fun. You learn how the penalties work, how they're handed out, and these ones at the moment is making the racing. It's very, very important to protect the inside line. If anybody gets a nose up the inside of you, it's the car on the outside that receives a penalty for any kind of contact. So I still believe, no matter what how poor the penalties are, that the best and fastest guys in the world at playing the game play their way around whatever penalty system there is going. They will learn a way to drive, and they will still most of the time come out on top. It's not like a poor penalty system is all of a sudden going to make slower guys be able to win. The cream will still rise to the top no matter what the system is. 1 lap to go, and we must be busting for a top 6 in front of us. Over the moon with a top 7. But surely would love a wee bit of a top 6. We'll get it a bit closer. We're just about in the slipstream. Will we get close enough? 4 lungs, a quick skip round here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like that's all she wrote for us in this one. Very enjoyable race. Really enjoyed it. And there we go. We brought her home in 7th place. Catch us in the next one, gentlemen. Thanks again.